Spoilers for Days of Our Lives on Monday, June 17. Stefan uses blackmail to force EJ to reveal the truth about Jude's paternity, while Gaby finds a quick way to secure her freedom. Chad and Julie's excursion to Chicago, where Channel extends her forgiveness to Paulina. Greetings to all Days of Our Lives fans. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. Days of Our Lives Monday, June 17. Spoilers: Stefan blackmails EJ over Jude's maternity. Gaby's fast path to freedom. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Monday, June 17. Reveal that Alex Kyriakis will decide to have a little converse with Brady Black and get effects out in the open. There's been some pressure ever since Alex set up Brady in bed with Theresa Donovan, but he may hope to fix that. After all, Alex only has himself to condemn for hooking up with Kristen DiMera on the side and pushing Theresa into Brady's arms. Still, Alex may also remind Brady that he's made a collective commitment to Theresa now and hope that Brady can admire that. Next, Abe Carver will continue to comfort Paulina Price over Channel DiMera and Johnny DiMera's decision to move to LA. Since Paulina wants to throw Johnny and Chanel a going-down party, Abe might suggest combining it with their anniversary and making this bash a festivity to flashback. Also again, Abe might decide on a surprise for Paulina. Days spoilers say Lonnie Price, Grant, and Eli Grant will come home latterly during the week of June 17, 21, so Abe could potentially invite them on the sly. In the meantime, Kristen will bewail to EJ DiMera about getting DiMera Enterprises sanctioned CEO. Since EJ isn't the DA presently either, Kristen may suggest he could always concentrate on being a stay-and home pater. Of course, Days of Our Lives suckers know EJ isn't really Jude DiMera, aka Jude Brady's natural father. And now Stefan DiMera knows that too, since he just set up the inheritable testing report in the safe. On Monday's Days occasion, Stefan will defy EJ with what he's learned and gutter his escape plot now that he's got a much better option. Stefan may advise that EJ is going to help him score enough substantiation to free Gaby Hernandez DiMera, or additional Nicole DiMera will learn the verity about Jude's maternity along with everyone differently. Grounded on our day's prognostications, EJ will be backed into a corner and may have no choice but to help Stefan pull off Gaby's release. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Stefan's newfound knowledge will rankle EJ, so we'll bring you updates on the showdown that'll follow Stefan's news. Days of Our Lives recapitulate Friday, June 14, Chad and Julie's Chicago trip. Channel forgives Paulina. Days of Our Lives spoilers recap for Friday, June 14, reveals that Johnny DiMera offered to go with Channel DiMera to break the news of their LA move to Paulina Price, but she allowed she should do this alone. Meanwhile, Abe Carver met with EJ DiMera and brazened him about leading the Concerned Citizens of Salem action, which was pushing for Paulina's mayoral recall. Although Abe prompted EJ to call the whole thing out, EJ refused and showed Abe exactly the kind of man he was. At the DiMera Manse on Friday's Days occasion, Kristen DiMera filled Stefan DiMera in on the private board meeting that made her the sanctioned CEO of DiMera Enterprises. That's why Kristen no longer demanded Stefan's help, and she couldn't help him presently moreover. Mr. Wei Shin would throw a fit if he set about Kristen was trying to get Lai Shin's killer off the hook. Although Kristen believed Stefan's claims about Gaby Hernandez DiMera's innocence, she couldn't risk infuriating her. Shin over and losing the job. Once Stefan decided he'd go back to his former plan of breaking Gaby out of captivity and going on the run with her, Kristen offered a parting gift. There was a heist, and go bagged in the safe along with plenitude of plutocrat and a manila envelope, which would have contact figures to help Stefan and Gaby vanish. Stefan was truly thankful and gave Kristen a clinch as they expressed that they'd miss each other. Once Stefan was alone, he went digging in the safe and set up the wrong manila envelope. That left Stefan screaming to himself as he read the inheritable testing report and realized EJ wasn't the father of Jude DiMera, aka Jude Brady. At Paulina's place, Chanel stopped by with some positive updates on the baby and suggested it was time to forgive Polina over all the radiation drama. Although Polina was thrilled about that, she wasn't as happy about Chanel's decision to leave for Los Angeles with Johnny. Still, Polina eventually understood that Chanel wanted to help Johnny follow his dreams, so she accepted their decision and suggested a going down party. Latterly, Abe came home and heard from Polina that Chanel had forgiven her. Polina allowed that was awful, but she was upset over Chanel and Johnny's plans. Abe got the scoop and assured Polina that they would visit the brace. Not to mention Johnny and Chanel would surely come back to Salem. As for Abe's attempt to talk EJ out of pushing for Paulina's recall, he admitted he was unprofitable. Once Kristen set up EJ in the city forecourt, she dropped some hints about her new CEO status and left him confused. Coming on Friday's day's occasion, Johnny thanked Marlena Evans for her advice about coming clean to Chanel and participated that they were indeed moving to Lay. Once Johnny spoke to Roman Brady off-screen, he reconvened with Chanel and heard that her own discussion with Paulina went well. Over with Chad DeMera on Friday's Days of Our Lives show, he told Julie Williams about Clyde Weston's rearmost admission. Chad said Clyde told him there was a safe deposit box at a bank in Chicago, which contained evidence that Abigail DeMera, last played by Marcy Miller, was alive. Julie claimed on going with Chad to check it out, just in case it was some kind of trap or ambush. Chad bothered about Julie's safety, but she refused to take no for an answer. While they were talking at the Horton house, Thomas DeMera eavesdropped Commodity about Abigail being alive and questioned his pater. Chad got a bit flustered, but Julie swooped in for the save by averring Abigail was simply alive in their hearts. After Thomas went back to bed on Friday's day's occasion, Chad and Julie bandied their plan to travel to Chicago in the morning. Now that Chad had gotten his expedients up about Abigail, he was ready to get the answers in that safe deposit box. Days of Our Lives spoilers say this Abigail plot will come with indeed further marvels, so we'll bring you more prognostications on all the twists and turns. Days of Our Lives spoilers Anna Lynn McCord's first air date revealed. Abigail Rill begins to unravel. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that Annalyn McCord's set to make her Days of Our Lives debut soon, so let's talk about some new details. For starters, Days suckers can anticipate McCord to make her first appearance on Wednesday, June 19. Soaps.com spoke with McCord about her character and the wild plot that she's being dropped into. McCord verified that Clyde Weston is tangled up in the mess and that she originally debuts as a Riddle woman. Of course, there's been plenitude of Enterprise and bigwig buzz about McCord playing an Abigail DeMera, preliminarily played by Marcy Miller, recast, but is she the real deal? The answer may not be relatively so simple. McCord confessed that effects were veritably nebulous, beforehand on, and that nothing could say with certainty who she'd be playing. There was some confusion behind the scenes following all the Penn's strike drama, so McCord suggested they had to make sense of the situation as they went on. Still, the show has revealed many pivotal suggestions so far. According to Clyde, there's a safe deposit box in Chicago containing evidence that Abigail is alive. Days spoilers say Chad DeMera and Julie Williams will make a stunning discovery once they probe. That discovery will come on June 19 as well, so it's passing the same day of Annalyn McCord's debut. Clyde is adamant that Abigail ever survived her putatively fatal injuries, so Days Pens will have some explaining to do if that's true. In the meantime, Chad will have to wonder if this interpretation of Abigail is the real bone. Days of Our Lives formerly offered a hint when Chad told Julie that they'd soon know without a shadow of a mistrustfulness if our Abby was actually alive. Rather, Chad presumably won't be certain if this is the Abby they know and love or some kind of trick Clyde is pulling. From the sound effects, observers won't know for sure right down either. Our prognostications point to some major Abigail excitement, no matter how all this plays out, so we'll bring you updates on any other news related to McCord's part. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Annalyn McCord will no doubt make a big splash right down, so stay tuned. Days of Our Lives weekly spoilers. Alex pops the question to Theresa. Days of Our Lives daily spoilers slipped that Alex Kyriakis asks Theresa Donovan for her hand in marriage. Will she say yes? She loves him. But is it only his plutocrat she truly cares about? Plus, she still has a significant secret she's cashing. The bodacious businessman Alex can't know that she helped forge Victor's will to name him as his long-misplaced son. Next, Marlena Evans senses that her son Eric Brady still loves Nicole Walker. Further, she confronts him head-on with her hypotheticals. Eventually, Steve Johnson makes a concession to Justin Kyriakis. Does he know commodity further about Konstantin Melaunis? The dead Greek man still has secrets yet to come out on the NBC Peacock exclusive the week of June 17, 2024. Days of Our Lives weekly spoilers. Alex Kyriakis proposes to Theresa Donovan. Days of Our Lives daily spoilers reveal that Alex Kyriakis asks Theresa Donovan to marry him. Lately, he moved her into the fancy Kyriakis estate. But they got off to a rocky launch when Alex told Theresa that he was still jumping into bed with Kristen DiMera. So, Theresa took matters into her own hands and made love to Brady Black. After all, if Alex could have his cutlet and it too, also so could she. When Alex caught them in bed together, he told her he wanted to be with her and only her. Brady knew he was being used on Days of Our Lives. Also, the whole mess at Maddie Horton's chaotic marriage to Konstantin Melaunis halved. Theresa Donovan could have lost her life. Alex Kyriakis tried his stylish to deal with the con man, and so did Brady Black. Yet it was Xander Cook who was suitable to take care of the Bachelor formerly and for all on Days of Our Lives and save Theresa. Days of Our Lives daily spoilers slipped that Theresa Donovan and Brady Black chaperone Salem High's prom and get near again. Will Alex Kyriakis mark his home by proposing to Theresa? Alex is competitive, but he does love Theresa. Find out what Theresa's answer is to Alex's offer coming week. Days of Our Lives daily spoilers. Marlena confronts Eric about his passions for Nicole. Days of Our Lives daily spoilers report that Eric Brady and Marlena Evans have a heart-to-heart converse. Still, it could be uncomfortable for the former clerk because his mama senses he still loves high-sex wife Nicole Walker. Of course, we know that Marlena is right. Eric Noe stopped loving Nicole, but they both married different people. Still, Eric's life fell piecemeal when Sloane Peterson admitted to stealing Jude from Nicole last November on Days of Our Lives. Now, he's decoupling the baby napper and living above the Brady pub formerly again. Marlena knows he's at a low point. But what spurs her to ask him about Nicole Walker? Does she witness him looking at her longingly? Or walk into an intimate discussion between the two of them? Find out the week of June 17 on Peacock's Days of Our Lives. Days weekly spoilers. Justin gets an earful from Steve. Days of Our Lives daily spoilers indicate that Steve Johnson makes a concession to his former family-in-law, Justin Kyriakis. What does he tell him? Does it have commodity to do with the recent marriage mayhem at the manse when he got shot by Konstantin? Steve could tell Justin that he witnessed John Black pointing a gun at him Wender. Sarah Horton was tending to his pellet crack. Still, some observers believe that Steve may have been shot by John at the marriage. After all, he was brainwashed by the Bachelor to do so on Days. Find out what Steve confesses to Justin coming week on Days of Our Lives. It could be huge. Next, Marlena and Eric bandy his passions for Nicole again. What will this coming move be? Eventually, Theresa Donovan gets the offer she's been staying for since this once Valentine's Day. Will she say yes to Alex Kyriakis the week of June 17, 2024? Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.